Hey Virgo, welcome to your September 2024 monthly reading. Happy birthday to you, Virgo. I want to say welcome in if you're newer to the channel, and welcome back if you've been waiting on your video. I also want to say if you would like to book a personal reading with me, that link will be down below in the description. And we're just going to go ahead and get started and jump straight in. Let's see here, Virgo. What's going on with Virgos? You pulled the Lovers, you pulled the Seven of Swords, and you pulled the Ace of Swords here. Now don't freak out, right? Seven of Swords is the overall energy of the Lovers here in the position of the good stuff, and then you have the Ace of Swords here as well in the good stuff. Very interesting. I'm just going to go ahead and flip the camera over, and we're going to pull these cards together. You have the Seven of Wands here, the Six of Wands, and you have the Nine of Wands. A lot of fire energy I see being activated for you in the month of September. The Wands deal with fire, and fire is, is about expression, creativity, passion, energy, vitality. Let's see here. All right, let's take a look here, Virgo. What do we got going on here? You pulled this Cancer card. It says, I feel. And you also pulled this, you are being called into service, believe in your own guidance. Cancer can really point to our emotions and the way we intuitively and emotionally feel about a situation here. So I feel at this time and moving into the rest of the month of September, you're being encouraged here to listen to your own internal dialogue, listen to your own guidance when it comes to things at this time. Cancer is like allowing yourself to feel too. So whatever it is that's coming up for you intuitively, don't overthink it or don't rationalize it to death, right? Like, I would trust in your gut feelings here. Some of you may actually have Cancer in your chart. Let's see here, let's keep going. You did pull this Dust Devil card. It says moving out of stagnation. And then you pulled this Mystery card. It says dark matter here. So the Dust Devil card, I think you're moving out of stagnation. Like if you've been in stagnation, I do get that energy here. And in fact, with the Seven of Swords, I think you're just planning some things out here. You're realizing here, the overall energy here for the month is like you're realizing like it's time for change. And I think you're looking in different places here and getting ideas. And I think you're starting to experiment or come up with certain things here that you're wanting to do differently. So that way you can get yourself out of stagnation. And I do see you finding something here with that Ace of Swords and the Lovers that is very in close alignment, or is very, that has very strong resonance with what you're wanting to do, or what you're wanting to it was like more so what you're wanting to do here. And so we'll figure that out. And I feel when you find this is why this Ten of Swords is here in the outcome. Because the Ten of Swords is, all right, let's make a swift conclusion about something, or let's make something, let's draw a conclusion with something, rather than having something, keep happening, right? Or, the definition of insanity, doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. It's like putting an end to those things, right? And you're able to put an end to something, and you're finding a newer truth, or you're finding something newer, or something new is getting brought to you, that's allowing for you to be able to begin something new. I know I keep saying new, but maybe that's the vibe for you this month. Cancer is new. Or not Cancer, Virgo. Shit, sorry. You have this Mystery card. It says dark matter. And this is about exploring in the areas in which you haven't explored before, right? Like this card is about embracing the mystery, is about embracing the unknown and looking in directions you haven't looked, right? And looking in places you haven't looked. The Seven of Swords is an Aquarius card, and Aquarius can kind of be like that. In order to be innovative, in order to unlock your genius, in order to create something that hasn't been created, or to just come up with, something that is transformational or innovational. That's a word, innovation. Or innovative. It's like having to really experiment and see, and that's what I see you really doing here. It's like exploring a lot of different things here. Let's pull your animal totems, and then we'll jump back into your reading. You pull this black cockadoo. It says herald, confidence, and it says companionship, communication. So herald represents change, swift changes here happening for you in the month of September. It could be changes too, what I pick up intuitively, that I already feel like you're ready for these changes. It's more so you're just coming up with a game plan or something like that. It's like you have the power, or you have the resources, or you have things at your disposal to do what you want to do, but maybe it's like you're first wanting to maybe plan it out a little bit more or something like that. So I feel like you're being encouraged here to be confident with what you're doing. And if there's anything that you need to communicate, obviously communicate it. Seven of Swords can be to where we do keep our cards close to our chest, right? We do keep our cards close to our chest. And it could be for good reason. Not everybody needs to know our business. But I would say, if there are things that you need help with, don't be afraid to communicate those things. You pull this Python card. And it says discernment, detachment, transformation, and renewal. I had to dream about a Python last night. So it's like I'm kind of learning with you with this card. Discernment, detachment, transformation, renewal. And so I think it's important to have discernment at this time. Seven of Swords is a very detached energy. The reason why I keep coming back to the Seven of Swords is because it's your overall energy, right? And yes, I know the Seven of Swords can represent all the negative things like sneakiness and all that stuff, but I don't get that in your reading. It's more, if anybody's being sneaky, I feel like it's you, Virgo. But I don't think you're doing it in a bad way. It's like maybe you're just planning things out, or you're coming up with a plan, or it's like there's things you're doing behind the scenes. I don't know. But what I will say is that the Seven of Swords also represents strategies and tactics, right? So you could be coming up with newer strategies, newer tactics here, experimenting, right? Because it is an Aquarius card, to figure out how you can get the most out of what you're wanting to do. But I do think you are going through a transformation, and I do feel like there is a renewal here. I think really by the end of the month, with the Ten of Swords being here in the outcome, is when you really see the, something new happening here. All right, let's jump into your reading. You have the Lovers here in the position of the good stuff. This could be in regards to love, although I don't get that primarily. I know that may make people mad. They're like, oh, come you never talk about love? And like I do talk about love when there's other cards that are indicating it. Otherwise, Otherwise, I would just be lying to you. But there could be love with the Lovers. Who knows? Maybe that's the good stuff. If you're single, maybe you could be finding someone. If you're in a relationship, maybe there's good things happening in regards to your love life. But I think with this Lovers, it's more so about your truth. It's more so about finding things and connecting to things, or doing things or creating things that are true for you, and that make you feel like, yeah, like this is in close resonance with me. This makes me feel like I'm in alignment. This serves my mission. This serves my purpose. You can actually see the sun at the top of the Lovers, right? That golden ray is the sun, which points to the Sun card. There's the connection with the Sun card. The Sun card actually represents just pure truth, and the Lovers is Gemini. Gemini represents truth, but it's like the connectiveness of truth and how it all comes together with the Lovers. That brings a sense of wholeness and fulfillment. It doesn't make us feel like we're hiding anything, or makes us feel like, we're lost or confused. It's like everything is you're just aware, right? You're aware of things, because the sun represents conscious awareness, like pure conscious awareness, consciousness. And it's like, as far as like the moon goes in the tarot, it represents like the subconscious, unconscious, fear, illusions, denial, refusal of the truth, right? But I see here is like you're finding this powerful truth here, and it's going to be showing you a new path forward here. And one of the cards that actually wanted to come out when I was shuffling the read was this card that's called Following the Path of Another. Your path is being redirected to where it should be. And so I think you could be starting to be realizing certain things like this. Maybe you're realizing like, you know what, I've been doing it the way other people have been wanting me to do it, or I've been kind of doing it this person's way, and now it's like you're wanting to figure out your own way of doing things. And that's what I see you here experimenting with the Seven of Swords, or figuring out. You did pull the Ace of Swords here in the position of the good stuff here as well, which is, Ace of Swords is a newer intention, but it's also reinvigoration. The swords is the air element. Air element represents invigoration. It also deals with pleasant things, being pleasant. So that's where, this card could be talking about good news possibly coming in for you as well. or more clear communication, a clearer understanding of things becoming more pleasant in general, but also a sense of invigoration, I feel, when it comes to something new with the Ace of Swords. And it could be a newer intention that you're setting forth for yourself, or a newer truth that you're finding or discovering. Something here is going to turn the light bulb on. You have the Seven of Wands here in your current energy at this time. And I just think, you know, you're ready to take action here. You know, the Seven of Wands is a card of when you're your own confident authority, and you're ready to start taking action on things and doing things the way you want to do it. You're going for the things that you want. You have the Six of Wands here in the challenge. Also Six of Wands, Seven of Wands. Some of you Virgo, I gotta keep it real. You may be trying to defend your reputation here. Let me just say something. I ain't trying to say something to freak you out, but there is a message coming through that I'm not gonna ignore. That for some of you, it's like maybe you could have some haters or something like that. So it's like you're having to kind of defend yourself and maybe your reputation or something like that. I don't think it's going to be something that's that big of a deal, so don't like freak out about it. But I am going to make a prediction. I do feel like there's something like that here, to where maybe there's like gossip or haters or something like that, or people talking shit, or word of mouth, things come down through the grapevine. I don't know, but I would just ignore it. Right, your power lies with. Don't let these things sway you away from your power, or don't let these things knock you out of your power. I feel like these people want like what you have, or maybe they're jealous of you or something like that. I would just be aware of that. That's just a message coming through here. But I think your challenge at this time, Six of Wands, is like you want more success. You want to continue on with your success here. And I think you're also kind of like, I can't remember who I said it for, but some of you may have plateaued recently, or maybe you're finding yourself plateauing, and it's like you want to like overcome that plateau. The Four of Pentacles is your advice, and we'll get to the future position and the outcome here. Like I feel ultimately this is a good reading and a good month here. I kind of feel like the month of September is a calmer month than fucking like August that we had in July. Even astrologically, like September is a calmer month. I mean, there's still stuff going on, like there always is, but the Four of Pentacles as your advice is saying that you already have the power at your hands here to do what it is that you want to do. The Four of Pentacles shows us that the power lies within us and the power lies around us. So that can point to like resources. It can point to, you know, resources can be like money, you know, it can be money or certain possessions or whatever the case might be, but it could also be anything. It can be wisdom, your own intellect, your gifts, your skills, your talents, you know, just yourself, right? The Four of Pentacles reminds you that there's nothing outside of you at this time that you need, and that everything that you have everything already here to further on what you want to do, or to create what it is that you want to create. All right, you have the Nine of Wands here in the future position. Now, the Nine of Wands is the test of the will. So I do kind of feel, I got to keep it real, in the month of September, there could be this energy to where you feel like you are being tested and there's adversity. But the Nine of Wands tells us that we have the strength to persevere, right? Yes, things may get difficult. Yes, things may feel like we're facing a little bit of adversity, or we're just facing adversity, but you do have the strength here to persevere. The Nine of Wands is also a card that really calls forth for us to use our energy in the most efficient way possible. Like, let's just say, for instance, I don't know, maybe you like to record videos, and it's like you always have like the most energy like in the morning, right? So like a good time to do it would probably be in the morning, but instead it's like maybe you like do a bunch of other things when you should have like done the most important thing first, right? So then when you get to the thing that you actually need to do, you're like, oh fuck, you know, like I don't have the energy. The Nine of Wands, like, I'm tired. So the Nine of Wands, I feel, is saying like for you to use your energy smartly here in the month of September. But I do see you being able to break, like, to get through any type of resistance. I think also too, Seven of Wands, Six of Wands, when you throw challenges in front of yourself, and the Nine of Wands eventually comes up to where you're tested. You're tested. There's resistance, but it's like it's the push against the resistance where the growth is. And that's a process I see you going through here. I know, Virgo, you're like, fuck, man, it's my birthday. It's not supposed to be like this. we'll see, we'll clarify, we'll get more on it. You have the Ten of Swords here in the outcome position, and this is what connects here with that Ace of Swords, is that finally you're able to like put an end to something here, right? Like something's finally closing itself out. And I don't pick up this Ten of Swords being, even though the Ten of Swords is never really a pleasant one, but I feel like it's pleasant in the way, because with the Ace of Swords here, it's like you finally know like the truth, or you finally know the truth about something, or you know your own truth, or you're getting a newer answer here that's allowing for you to like get unstuck or to break free from a cycle in which you've been stuck in. You have the King of Cups here in the position of something that you're unaware of at this time. King of Cups represents it's devotion. Anything that you really want to be successful in, the King of Cups tells us, as long as we're devoting our mind, body, and spirit to those things, and we're doing it from a selfless place, like we'll always be able to feel that energy of success. We'll always be able to, you know, find fulfillment. So I think that's something to be aware of here. All right, let's go ahead and clarify your reading, Virgo. Really interesting, you only have one major arcana here in your read. Everything else is minor arcana. So even with this Nine of Wands energy, like if I pull the Nine of Wands and it's in the future position, it's a minor arcana. So, and that it could be like something that you go through for a day. As far as like major arcana, it's more so these bigger themes that are playing out consistently over like months or a month or a week or maybe a few days or something like that. So that Nine of Wands being in the future, it's like, I'm pretty sure we all hit a Nine of Wands sometime during a month, right? Where we feel resistance, or we feel adversity, or we feel like our will's being tested. Right, so we have to just see what the context is in which these things could come up, so that way you're aware of it. So let's clarify the Lovers here in the position of the good stuff. You have the Nine of Cups here. Well, the good thing is this month, I feel, when it comes to love, your relationships looks good. That looks good. The Lovers, though, Nine of Cups is you finally finding fulfillment, spiritual and emotional fulfillment and contentness in some form of newer path or direction here, or something here that you're aligning with in your life and in your purpose that's going to be satisfying for you. Clarify the Seven of Swords in your, or for the overall energy. Yeah, the Two of Wands. Yeah, I knew you were game planning here, Virgo. Two of Wands is Mars and Aries. But first, the Seven of Swords is coming in. So it's like you're thinking about different actions you can take. It's almost like you're really starting to think outside the box, or you're getting creative or experimenting here. Some of you may have Aquarius in your chart. I always get that with Virgo. Like the Virgo's having very strong Aquarius placements in their chart, or being an Aquarius, or but I think it's like, yeah, it's like you're strategizing here. I think your overall energy is this month, it's like Spirit's encouraging you here to experiment, to try different things here, to explore, especially if you've been hitting a plateau or if you just have grown discontent. Clarify this Ace of Swords in the position of the good stuff. You have the Star card. See, I'll just think I'd be saying shit. The Star card is wish fulfillment, especially when you have a Nine of Cups in the read. So an Ace of Swords in the Star card is being able to reorient your consciousness towards some type of North Star here that does bring in inspiration and reinvigoration, and that gives you a sense of direction here and renewal. The Star card. Rejuvenation. I was getting, when I said initially with the Ace of Swords, it's like invigoration. And you pulled the Star card, which is rejuvenation. So I think you're getting more clear, especially with this Lovers Nine of Cups, about your life path, life purpose, the direction you're going with things here, and I see these things being inspiring for you. And the Star card is being able to be in your truth and show up to the world and bring your light to the world. And so by you bringing what it is that you know to the world, or showing up in the world in a new way, you know, you're helping the collective here. Clarify the Seven of Wands. You have the Queen of Pentacles here. And Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles is fighting and protecting what it is that you value, right? Like Queen of Pentacles is understanding what it is that we value and then going about creating those things and co-creating. And the Seven of Wands is about not letting anything or anybody stop you from creating what you want to create and do what you want to do, right? Because if you're constantly doing what other people want you to do, it's like you're not going to be happy. You have the Seven of Swords. See, y'all just think I be saying shit. You have the Seven of Swords and the Six of Wands and then challenge. Y'all got some haters, I'm telling you, Virgo. See, some people think, oh, all he does is just read the good part of the cards. No, like the Seven of Swords is a sneaky, lying, mischievous, cunning energy, right? And it's in the challenge here with the Six of Wands. Don't let haters get to you. I'm telling you, some of you this month are going to be hearing something through the grapevine. Or just noticing that people are jealous of you or envious of you. And some of you may already know this now, and that's why with the Seven of Wands, Queen of Pentacles, you're like, you know what, fuck that, who is it? Like, you know, like, let me disconnect from those people, or like, let me figure out, like, you know, like, let me get rid of those people, right? Like, let me not associate with those people. But I think, you know, that your challenges, one thing I want to say as well, Virgo, is like, don't let your self-worth fall. Don't let your self-worth be, how do I say this? Like Seven of Swords, Six of Wands in a challenge position could be like feedback that we get from others, whether it's validation or people telling us good job or people praising us, and sometimes like when we don't get those things or when we get the opposite of those things, we take it as a direct hit to our self-worth, and it has nothing to do with that. So I feel like for you, it's like the Four of Pentacles as the advice is, don't let nothing can take, don't judge yourself or compare yourself, or let other people judge you. Like, you know, it's about understanding that, you know, you're worthy of what it is that you want. Clarify the Nine of Wands in the future. You have the Lovers here. I didn't really pick up a big negative energy off that Nine of Wands. It's more so that, you know, I feel because you are entering onto a new path, or you're becoming more and more aligned here with what your truth is and the direction of things, that Nine of Wands is like the natural resistance that comes, that maybe there's certain limiting beliefs here about what you're doing, or what you're wanting to do. You know, it could be just like the negative self-talk, but that's why, you know, by pushing against that resistance, you know, that's where you're able to like show yourself, like, you know, that what you're thinking isn't true, right? So clarify the King of Cups. You have the Hermit, clarify the Four of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Pentacles, clarify the Ten of Swords. You have the Ace of Cups. Yep. So finally, something coming to an end, and there's an emotional satisfaction with that here, and being, and peace and serenity returning back here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles as the advice. And this is telling you that you have the resources all at your disposal here to create really what you want to create. I want to say here, Virgo, if there's anything that you really want to do, but maybe you're afraid of how people are going to judge you, or how people are going to perceive you, or what they're going to say about you, or, you know, or maybe you're stepping outside of your element and doing something different, and maybe you're afraid of like losing people or whatever the case might be. I feel like the Spirit is saying like to not worry about that. Like start creating what it is that you want to create. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. Right, that you have all the resources and the power at your disposal at this time to do what you want, and so create something that you value here. You have the Hermit, King of Cups in the position of something you're unaware of. You may be coming into contact with a guide here this month. A guide, someone who could be helping you find your path here, helping you discover something here with the Lovers. But I'm also seeing you as well being a guide and a resource for others, helping them, guiding them. And so at this time, if you are a guide, you know, the universe is saying here to lead by example, and I feel like people will really admire you for that. So that's what I got for you, Virgo, in your monthly reading. I appreciate you for watching. If you want to book a personal reading with me, again, that link will be down below in the description. If you click that link, it'll take you straight to my website, and then from there you can purchase a read. If you're new to the channel, I encourage you to subscribe and also hit the notification bell as well. And if you like the video, be sure to hit the thumbs up button for me. Otherwise than that, Virgo, I'm wishing you the best, and I'll see you in your next video.